James, you didn't shoot me on the bridge. Ah, yes. Somebody sent me a clip of, I got to send it to you, of Christoph Waltz on like a German show. And I guess he's really young. I guess it's for a kid show, and he's singing and dancing in like these these striped spandex. It looks really ridiculous.
Oh, really?
So, as we continue our look at No Time to Die, we're going to take a look at the villains that James Bond, not 007, but just James Bond, he'll be accompanied by 007, they will be facing. And the villains are, that we know of, who's the biggie?
Character-wise, I guess we only know Safin. Then there's the henchman, the guy on the bridge from that segment that they released, like a 46 or 47-second video.
Now that guy, I forget the actor's name, but didn't he have a character poster? Wasn't he one of the guys on the character posters?
I think so. Yeah, but then I think there's another one we keep forgetting. Like I remember when they. Because this is what you get when it's been so long when they announced the cast. Yeah. I remember there were multiple, like there was the blonde hair guy. You remember
Billy Magnuson.
Billy Magnuson, I think. That's another one. We don't know anything about him. I don't even know if he's still in the movie.
I thought that like he was on the set when alongside Felix and Bond. Down in Jamaica, like he was milling around. I thought like they said, oh, he was he's shooting down there too with them. So I thought like he was maybe he was some kind of government guy or.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from his cast photo, but I've never seen. Or did I see the character poster? See, this is the thing. This is the thing when it's been so long. I forgot about Magnuson completely.
I haven't seen any clips of the guy. I just saw photos. So I figured like he's a good guy. He's like an ally kind of thing. Maybe he's a sacrificial lamb. He'll get shot.
Oh, might be him instead of one of the women.
Yeah. Because we can't. They're probably gonna leave all the women alone, and they're gonna leave
all. You can't kill women. No. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with the big one then, Safin. Rami Malek. Any thoughts on him? What are your expectations?
Yeah, I think he'll do good. I think he'll be a pretty decent bad guy. I mean, he can act. We know he can act.
Yeah.
He'll probably be like a nice creepy. He'll have like nice creepy monologues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sitting in like big elaborate sets, or I guess blank sets most likely. He has like those little trees and stuff like in that. I don't even know. It was like a concrete bunker or something like some of those shots.
Right.
Like
like
a fallout shelter or something.
That gets me to because I agree with all your thoughts now so far. I think he can act. He's an Oscar winner, third in a row for a Bond villain. So I agree, but that gets me to the Oriental set you just talked about, and of course, and we must have discussed this before in the trailer discussion, but the obvious Dr. No rumors. How do you think? How do you think? Is that going to play a part? Is he going to turn out to be Dr. Julius No or Safin No, or is that going to play a part?
Do we really need it? I mean, they brought back. They had Blofeld already. I mean,
Yeah,
how can you top Blofeld?
I know. Doctor No is supposed to be under Blofeld, but then again, he might be. He might. Do you think? Even if he's not Doctor No, do you think Safin is part of Spectre, or is he a separate entity?
They all got to be associated with Spectre. If
I think
not,
in the
then
Craig movies they are. Yeah.
yeah, everybody's working under Spectre. If they could just stop Spectre, they would stop all the bad guys running around in Craig's
In the
universe.
world. Yeah.
They'd be all wiped out.
It's true though, isn't it? All the villains in Craig's movies,
Yeah,
even if intentionally they weren't, they later, like Silva, he was part of Spectre later on.
yeah, that they decided on later.
Yeah.
We
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
it's connected.
We know that's all. Yeah, we know. But they even said at that press that it irritates me. He says, "No, this has nothing to do with the previous movies. This is a
Yeah,
on it."
it's Skyfall. Yeah,
Um,
that they just tied in.
like he supposedly there's some kind of connection between him or like he. It seems like he's prodding this secret out of like from about Madeline with the mask and everything. You see, she opens it up and like she's kind of teary. Or
Yeah,
maybe
I do.
she'll be like Safin will be her brother that Mr. White never revealed to Bond and
Yeah, or an
his
uncle or
daughter.
something.
Yeah, because it's a big family tree. All this crap.
There's definitely Safin's story definitely connects to Madeline in some way. There
Yeah,
is a connection, and it has to do with her past. Maybe the stories he talked about in the train with Spectre. He may have been the man coming to her house that she talked about in Spectre. That might actually be the part we see in the movie with the mask.
do you think like they would actually try to dig that part up and like try to use
Yeah,
it? Because like
I always have a feeling like that story, like well, when I was young, a man came to my house and then she learned to use a gun, and then we actually see a man come to a house in the trailer. I always assume that's what she was talking about. That's like a flashback, or
well,
that's the connection.
like stuff like that, like we remember it, but just general movie audiences,
Oh no, they won't remember that stuff.
I don't think they would have any idea. Like they probably
No,
barely remember Spectre at all at this point.
or Madeline.
Yeah, it'd be kind of a weird thing. Like that's why I mean, like when I say like, oh, they could have just done standalone and like not involved with
Yeah,
this
and it
stuff.
doesn't
But
help with the delay either to wipe out people's memories. Because I know, like, I'm more of a casual fan of Mission Impossible. I saw all six, but recently I saw them consecutively. Then I started noticing, like, oh, that character returns, and oh, yeah, that's the connection to this. But when I remember seeing Fallout, and it's been years since I saw Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol, I didn't remember anything.
hmm,
So I missed out on a lot of the connections. So that's how it would feel to a casual Bond fan who won't remember Madeline. They'll just be like, oh, wasn't she, I don't know, was he in a previous movie? Or they wouldn't know. To us, it's
yeah,
obvious. Yeah,
like
I
it's not like when they do these Marvel movies and like there's like a little Easter egg that jumps out at fans and like they remember it like 5 movies later. Like
yeah,
they actually plan the whole thing out at
yeah,
them, but like with Spectre and Eon, they're just grabbing stuff. It's that's what annoys me is like when they say, "Oh, it's they're all connected. This is going to tie up the loose ends." What are you talking about? What they're
yeah,
making it up as they go. We all know that. One of my concerns, the fact that they're bringing a lot of the baggage in from Spectre, that they could have
yeah,
just let alone. And I know like you enjoyed Spectre a lot more than me, but I'm not too eager to see Blofeld again and the Madeline. Like Blofeld is weird to me because like he supposedly was pulling all these strings in like the four movies,
right.
and now this time he's going to be sitting in jail. So he's got to be involved in the plot, I would think, in some significant way. Because why would you have Blofeld, the biggest bad in the James Bond world, just sitting on the side and like say, "Oh, I know something about Madeline's background. You better be careful of this Rami Malek guy." and like he doesn't have any like kind of any kind of control over what's happening. Like I don't understand like how they would pull that off. Like it seems like it kind of weakens Blofeld even more than they kind of did him in Inspector. Like he's
Right.
just sitting there and he just says, "Oh, I know what's Madeline's background is. Oh, you better be careful, Bond. This real bad guy, this other bad guy." So I would think like, well, Rami Malek's got to be kind of associated with Blofeld or getting his orders from Blofeld in some way,
Yeah.
just to kind of redeem his character in a way.
Yeah, to make him scarier, like even Blofeld is warning
Yeah,
about this guy.
because I
But
was that's
I
all.
do feel the situation you sketched, that is what we're gonna end up with. Like Christopher Waltz, it's just gonna get the jail scene where he's like giving Bond some
Yeah,
advice and some scary stuff, and like, aha, Madeline has a secret you don't know about, and when this finds its way out, and Bond's gonna be all, what the fuck, what the hell is going on? But I feel, again, my expectations before the movie, before the trailer, and the end of Spectre was like, if they're gonna continue this, I would write a story where there's a prison break of like Blofeld being rescued, or he's there's something really elaborate going on. Blofeld is extracted, like the guy in Mission Impossible 3 on the bridge. I don't know if you remember that movie, but
oh
like kind of like Sanchez in the van, like where something elaborate like that, and he's set loose again, and now the world's in trouble. Just because Madeline returns. That's what I was expecting, but it looks like we're just gonna get the jail scene, a
it's just
little
gonna be yeah,
advice, and
it's
yeah.
just gonna be that one scene, some ominous dialogue, and we're
Do
not
you
gonna see
expect do you
Blofeld again.
expect Blofeld to show up more? Like besides that scene, is there
No,
something going to be tied up? He's just going to remain in jail right away, or is there
yeah,
something?
that was pretty much it. They're just bringing him out for a cameo, and he's gonna
That's
go back.
that's what I think as
Yeah, he's
well.
gonna go back to lockup. Ah, James,
Yeah,
here's Madeline's secret. Yeah, there's.
I did like the Mr. White cameo in Spectre. That was short too, but at
Oh
least that
yeah.
was kind of powerful. But yeah,
Oh yeah, it would probably be something similar to that. Maybe even Blofeld will just like kill himself like during the end of the scene. Just get
yeah,
rid of him. We don't need him anymore.
yeah. Who knows what's going to happen to him? It's
All that.
yeah.
But poor Mr. White, he should have been the villain of this whole series, this whole run.
Yeah, remember when Casino Royale was released and we all presumed
Yeah.
like he was going to be the one? Because if you look at Casino Royale, that was so promising. They laid so much promising groundwork, but they started kind of bluing it with Quantum. And now, if you look at this from a writer's perspective, like you come on as a writer to No Time to Die, you already get all kinds of baggage that you need to have in your story writing. Like Madeline needs to be there, Blofeld,
Yeah. Yeah.
something needs to happen. Bond is retired. What are you going to do with that? So already you painted into a corner. Whereas with Mission Impossible, it's just like, well, here are the characters. Ethan Hunt is the main character. Go write something, and they got all the freedom to come up with an amazing story. And they also have some continuity going in Mission Impossible. Yet I feel they're much less restricted in their writing. They can go whatever they want. They come up with the most amazing set pieces every time.
The continuity is becoming a detriment. I
Yeah.
think too that like they wanted to be like Marvel with that Spectre stuff, and I wish they never got the rights to Blofeld back because then they felt the need to incorporate him into like Spectre. They could have saved him, built him up with the next Bond actor throughout a course of a couple movies. Like the Connery ones did unintentionally. They didn't even plan to
Yeah.
build it up. Like they just had this mysterious presence with the cat throughout the early films, and then all of a sudden like, oh hey, okay, we're gonna meet him. With Spectre, they got the rights to him, and then immediately like shoehorned him in. That's why I don't care if he comes back with this No Time to Die, because in Spectre, I felt he was a wasted character anyway. They
Yeah, and it
wasted him.
doesn't look like they're gonna do much with him this time
They
either,
they
so,
they,
which
they
is a
can't.
shame.
Yeah, they can't redeem him. And I think, like you said at one point, says, what are they gonna do? Like, have Blofeld say, "Oh no, I was only lying. I am not your half brother, Bond." Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
What was that? What you can't go back now.
I don't think they're. That's another thing. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna mention the half brother thing again. You know, it's they know. Looking at all the backlash they got from that, they're probably just gonna stay away from that, and not really go into remember growing up or any of
Yeah,
those.
not address it, not address
Yeah,
it at all. They'll just have like the conversation, and Blofeld will Bond. You don't
yeah,
know about Madeline or whatever.
yeah.
Would you like to see him be Doctor No? Would that make it even more special for you if like Safin was Doctor No? Would it matter?
Hmm.
Would it?
I guess I could appreciate the nod if it's done in the right way, but I think it will end up like Blofeld's reveal Inspector, where he's like, the man inside your head is M. Stavro Blofeld, and no one in the cinema went like, oh my God, I
Right.
did not expect that. They're like, oh, so that's who he is. It's like it will probably turn a little lackluster if, oh, okay, so he is Doctor No. I guess I could appreciate the fan service and the effort. Like I would always assume the one would find the coolest in a modern rendition is probably Scaramanga, like in the modern sense maybe. But I don't see the need, other than Blofeld, who's kind of like the classic villain, to bring
Yeah.
any. I wouldn't want to see a new Goldfinger or a new Kananga or something. There's no point, I
So
think.
it's not like they're trying to pull like an Oberhauser trick on us, saying, "Oh, he's Safin," and like
Yeah,
really like it's going to be revealed because like I know
because
there's a
I've
professor supposedly running around and stuff. He says, "No,
yeah.
call me Doctor,"
He
No.
does have a lot of the Doctor No boxes. Like he has the crab key like layer
Hmm.
that seems to do with it wouldn't be radiation anymore, but it certainly seems those weird bars that are in there. There
Yeah, those
certainly seems
rods.
to be scientific stuff going on. So you can see Safin be like a genius, a
Well, like there
lunatic.
was, and like they in that lair, don't they have like the little the bonsai trees? Wasn't like Doctor No like
Yeah,
a Asian
that's
guy?
another, like
Yeah,
I said, it's the whole Oriental setting. So
yeah.
you could see it. I wouldn't necessarily, it wouldn't ruin it for me. If he's Doctor No, I think I could go along with it. I could appreciate the nod. Like I said, if it's done right, I can go along with it. But like you said, do we need it? No.
Yeah, I don't think it would do anything for me if like make it any more special. Like yeah, enough with like all the callbacks and references and
Yeah.
me like I get a little tired of it after a while.
No, I agree. But
Like Madeline saying, "Oh, but James, he's my former doctor, Doctor No." Ah,
dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But I just hope what I find much more important is, and I hope Malik nails it. If he's going to give a good performance, if he's going to be an interesting character as a villain, even if he's Doctor No or just Safin, let him be interesting. Let him have something
yeah.
unique. He does seem very unsettling in his the trailer alone. He does have he looks like he could be a classic villain.
The Doctor No thing, I could see them doing, based on
Yeah.
like what they did with Blofeld and all this stuff.
Me too. I can
So,
see him do it.
but
There's also, of course, another villain we haven't really talked about. We started a little bit about him, but the henchman that we saw on the motorbike.
so
Uh,
like, does he have something weird going on with his eye?
when he puts the glasses off in that little clip they teased us with when Bond goes off the bridge, there does seem to be something with his right eye. I think his
Because
right eye.
like immediately when I saw that clip, because you asked me to watch it, and I
Yeah,
hadn't seen it, so I just watched it. When I saw his eye, I immediately thought back to like Casino Royale and all the eye villains in that
yeah,
movie. Le Chiffre and his girlfriend. She had like her blonde
right.
hair falling over his eye. The that last guy with the glasses, and one was framed
Yeah,
over, covered his eye. It's like always an eye thing.
yeah. And then there was one killed with a nail gun in the Venice scene, also in the
Oh
eye.
yeah, yeah. That was the guy. Yeah, like
That
he
was the
has. It
guy.
was
That
covered.
was the guy. Yeah,
It was cut. Yeah, it covers his
you're
eye.
right. And also, of course, Blofeld has the eye thing.
Oh, the eye thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably just a physical attribute to make him more interesting. But I have no idea. Is the guy going to be working for Safin? Presumably, I think.
It's like
Usually
it
the
looked
henchmen are.
like he was chasing the kid. He's chasing the
Yeah.
kid, and I don't want to like start going through like the whole, like picking
No,
apart the whole.
but that's another thing. What's the kid?
So the
What's the
kid,
kid? How does he relate to the story?
maybe he was tricking Bond. He got paid. He says, "Oh, chase me! I just grabbed your girlfriend's purse." He's running. He said, "Oh, don't worry, Madeline, I'll get it." And like he runs out on the bridge, and then that's all of a sudden like Bond gets blocked up. Like it was like all set up to like trap Bond or get him away
Yeah,
from Madeline or something. Um, no, that action scene looked pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's when you actually get to see segments like that, and I think that's a really good sign. When you look at the 47 seconds, you immediately you're into it. It's like, oh, this that gets you
Yeah.
excited again to see because you
I
hear
mean,
the Hans Zimmer music. It looks good. It already looks more capable and easier to follow than Quantum of Solace.
oh,
That
definitely.
looks like so. Yeah, that
47
does excite me.
for a 2 hour, 43-minute movie. Hopefully, there's a lot of that kind of action that fills it
It
up. Like,
looks gorgeous though, and it's great that it's filmed for IMAX as well with like an IMAX camera. So,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it shows. It's made for the big screen.
yeah. Yeah, it would definitely have sucked if like we had to watch it on streaming or something, not get a chance to see it in the
I
theater.
agree. I'm afraid that does end up happening. I'm not sure yet how things are going to play out. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
um,
No, I'll be excited to see it on the big screen,
me
on a
too.
nice screen, and
Me too.
see some
Can't
of
wait
this.
for it because the cinematography it looks amazing, and I think from the villains look promising. They look like they can deliver.
Is
We're
that
going to
that?
be talking about the action scenes in No Time to Die. Uh, there's a lot of action in this movie, so we're going to be talking about that in episode 5 next time.
Alrighty. But anyway, like so, my nephew said to me, James Bond is like the PG-rated John Wick. That's the insult. That's the
Yeah,
insult. How they insult now, like, you're PG rated, buddy.
yeah.